Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Frugalisama. My name's Sam. I'm going to talk about all things dressmaking. I've got a little bit of a different video today. I'm kicking off the Frugal Frocks 2021 challenge today. Hope you're all excited. I've got some great prizes and some fantastic vloggers joining in with us for the next couple of weeks. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far. I've got lots and lots of new subscribers. So I usually talk about dressmaking and specifically sewing on a budget, bringing some hints and tips along the way. So if that's the sort of thing that you like, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell will tell you when I've got new videos. That's usually on a Friday with my Frugal Friday videos. Sundays I bring out videos that are reviews and plans and makes and that sort of thing. Midweek I usually bring out how-to videos. First of all, a little bit of an explanation as to what Frugal Frocks challenge is. So Ruan at the Yorkshire Sew Girl and myself came up with this idea. To start off with, there's a little bit of a challenge between ourselves. We've just realised that we both actually come from the same town in Yorkshire, and we said, oh, we must really do a sew along together. We were trying to find a pattern that we both owned and that we both wanted to sew and couldn't find one really, so we sort of looked towards the free patterns that are available. Now obviously doing the Frugal Friday videos, I'm quite aware of how many free patterns are out there. I think Ruan was quite surprised at how many free patterns there are out there. So we decided to use a free pattern, and whilst we were chatting to each other, we thought we might involve some other sewing vloggers. Put the call out there, thinking 2 or 3 would join in, and it turns out that there are 42 of us wanting to join in this challenge. So we've got videos coming to you every day, starting today, right up until the 27th of March, with a different sewing vlogger coming to inspire you with what their take of this challenge is. And we've got some fantastic prizes as well. So we wanted to involve the whole sewing community to join in with this little challenge. By involving all the other sewing vloggers, it might give you a different take on what's out there and give you a little bit of inspiration. So I'll just start with explaining what the rules are and answer a few of the frequently asked questions if you like, and then I'll go on to some of the plans that I've got for this challenge, show you what fabric and plans that I've got, and then I shall tell you what the prizes are at the end, and then we'll talk about the upcoming videos from other YouTubers as well. So essentially Frugal Frocks is quite simple. We're just asking you to use fabric from your stash, so choose something that you already own and a free pattern. So I will be looking at free patterns that are available online. We want to open your eyes up to the wonderful world of free patterns that are online as well, so please do have a look at those. If you are struggling with printing, I do have a little discount code for 20% off from Fabricate, so I'll put that code on the screen. That's FF2021. Fabricate is based in the UK, and that discount is only available in the UK and Europe, only because of the Royal Mail problems that we're experiencing at the moment. So I've actually started working at Fabricate, and on my first day at work I did ask for this discount, so it was a little bit cheeky, but she was very kind. So it is for printing only and it is for one order only, but you can put as many patterns as you like on that order. So it might be me packing your order. So I thought that might just help things along if you're struggling for printing. And if you're not in the UK, just have a look out and see what offers and discounts there are in your country. It would have been pretty impossible for us to organise something for every country, but generally there are some offers and discounts out there, and different countries have got different prices as well. I tend to print off at home, if I'm quite honest, if I can, but obviously with a dressing you can be dealing with 70 odd pages, and that's not fun for everybody, I understand that. So that's your first little cheeky discount. I'll put all the details of that down below for you, and that's available now until the end of March, till the end of the challenge. You can only use the code once, and it is only for your printing, it doesn't include the postage. Just to clarify on that one. So we're asking you to choose fabric from your stash, use a free pattern and make the dress throughout the month of March, and the reveal date will be on the 31st of March on Instagram. That's the only way that we'll be able to see all the entries, so you must use the hashtag FrugalFrocks2021 and tag in myself at Frugalisama and Ruan at the Yorkshire Sew Girl so that we can see them. So just to clear a couple of things up, yes, a frock is a dress. It's not a Yorkshire term, but just in case you wasn't sure what a frock is, it's a dress. So we are asking for dresses, not tops or trousers, we are asking for dresses. You can self-draft or you can hack a pattern. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on, where I'm looking at tops that you can make into dresses. And it does have to be made with a free pattern. How you can buy that free pattern, we're not going to regulate that. So if you've got a free pattern in a magazine, then You can use that, yes. We're asking you not to use patterns from sewing books because obviously there is a cost in a sewing book. There is a cost for buying a sewing magazine as well, but people have been asking and we just want you to join in and have fun. If you've got a pattern that's sort of buy one get one free, then we're saying no to that, but obviously we can't regulate this. But for example, Fibre Mood have been bringing out free patterns periodically. So we're saying yes to that if you've got that free, or if somebody's giving you a pattern or something like that. But we are really asking you to explore the wonderful world of free patterns out there and just try and take inspiration for that. But we do understand that not everybody can. So hopefully with all the videos that are coming out, you will be inspired and see something that you like that they've discovered as well. I did put a video out last Sunday that include a lot of places that have a lot of resources for free patterns. So that is including all sorts of patterns, but such as Peppermint Magazine and the Fabric Store and a few others. They've got lots of resources on there. So if you're wanting to have a look for now, go back to that other video and all the links are in the description box if you don't want to watch it all. We're just hoping that you will embrace the spirit of the challenge and have a look and see what's out there free of charge and make it as frugal as you possibly can. Just to clarify what a fabric stash is, that's just fabric that you already have, whether that's in the form of fabric that you've bought or that you've had given, or maybe you want to upcycle something. So I know not everybody has a massive stash of fabric, but some people do. And I think this challenge is a good opportunity to have a little stash dive and see what you've got. If you genuinely don't have fabric stash or fabrics that you've not got allocated for other projects, how about upcycling something, maybe an old duvet cover or something like that? We really don't want to encourage people to be going out and buying things, but again, we can't police that. So, but yeah, we just really are trying to encourage people to be as frugal as possible and use what you've got. So on that note, I've been stash diving myself to see what I've got, and I've just pulled out this little lot that I could potentially use for the challenge. So I've got a mixture of knits and wovens here. I probably won't talk about them all today. Just grabbed those just to see what I've got to give me a little bit of inspiration before I started looking. So over to my little ideas that I've got for the challenge. So you might remember in last Sunday's video I said that I was going to specifically look at pattern designers that featured models that were over 50. And you would have a little bit of a task with this one because a lot of pattern designers just don't use models that are over 50. It's as simple as that. I follow the Instagram account Sew Over 50. One of their main campaigns is called #Sew50Visible, which is to sort of encourage pattern designers to use models that are sort of my age and over. So some pattern designers are better than others at actually using models that are over 50 or older models. I'm going to say, I'm not going to say over 50. It's quite difficult to determine somebody's age. There's a lot of talk of inclusivity and often age gets overlooked. So that little campaign is quite dear to my heart. So whilst there are lots of free dress patterns out there, I thought I'd just put a little parameter on mine to narrow it down a little bit. But I did really struggle. There are a couple of pattern designers that are really good at showing older models, and there are quite a few that just never do. But first of all, I'd just like to say that in no way am I trying to criticise pattern designers that don't use a whole variety of models. Most pattern designers are starting up and they use themselves as a model, and I quite understand that. Some pattern designers use tester photographs within their promotional material, so we'll be looking at those as well, and I'm going to start off with Love Notions. So Love Notions is pretty good at using her pattern testers as models, and if you look through her homepage you can quite clearly see that there are older models on there. And her free pattern is the Laundry Day tee. Now you might be thinking that's a t-shirt, Sam, but there is a dress option on this. And if you go to the website, it also shows that it's $5. But if you join her Facebook group, then that is a free pattern. And I chose this one because there are lots and lots of variations on it. So there's lots of scope. Obviously, as a tee, it's designed for knit fabrics. You've got lots of neckline options. So you've got a scoop neck, a V-neck and a cowl neck. So for us that are still in the depths of winter, that's ideal. And there are 5 sleeve options as well. So you can go for the regular t-shirt length to a tunic length, right down to a dress length. So I thought this was a great little starter with so many variations for a free pattern. I just love this t-shirt pattern. And also the inclusivity of the sizes as well. Her size range goes from 33-inch bust up to 57.5-inch bust. Suitable for beginners. You can print it A4, A0, US letter, and she's got projector files as well. It can go from a basic t-shirt right through to a dress and a cowl neck dress. So the fabrics that I pulled out for that are the one here, which is a really quite a slinky fabric. This is just a poly knit. It's quite a slinky single jersey. I think you might call that an ITY in the States actually. We don't really refer to it as that over here. I've got this cotton t-shirt in one as well. Both of these fabrics have actually come from Lucky Fashions, which is a fabric shop near me. And I had got them earmarked for a t-shirt, but a t-shirt dress is just as good. I really like the stripes on that one. So that's my first idea. Really versatile pattern, and once you've downloaded it, you've got lots of options on that one. So the second pattern company that I'm going to look at is So Easy. I've mentioned So Easy quite a few times in my Frugal Friday videos. They're prolific in bringing out free patterns. Debbie Coles that set up the pattern company. She's a designer and she actually models quite a lot of her own designs. Somebody else has taken over the designing, I think. So a lot of the designs now aren't actually modelled, but because the site is full of Debbie modelling her own designs, I thought I'd include So Easy. I think she definitely qualifies for these parameters that I'm using. So this is a dress that I actually featured in a recent Frugal Friday video, and it's the wrap dress inspired by Diana von Furstenberg. This was a classic wrap dress back in the 70s, and it's had so many variations. So this is perfect for me. It's just a faux wrap dress, so the skirt isn't actually wrapped, so you've got no chance of flashing your underwear. So you've got an A-line skirt, it gathers under the bust, and then there's a tie detail at the waist as well, and you've got long sleeves. You do have to draft your own facings for this one, so that would be a good little exercise to expand your skills as well. And the size range goes from extra small to double extra large, which is 34-inch bust to a 46-inch bust. The only problem with So Easy is that they don't do A0 printing. It is all print at home. So I think she does US letter print and A4. I believe she's working on larger sizes and A0 printing, but just for now, you've just got the print at home option on those. Although it is a free pattern, there is the opportunity to donate to her Ko-fi account as well. If you're feeling generous and want to donate, she does have a lot of free patterns on there. So for that one, I've got, this is just a stable ponte. I think there'll be enough stretch in this. If there isn't, if I don't do the laundry day t-shirt, then we'll probably be back to this floral, blue and pink floral number. Yeah, I think it'd be really nice and warm and cosy. I think we've got enough stretch in there. The instructions are in the form of a blog post, so I'll have to see how I get on with that. I have made one of her patterns before. Yeah, I think it'd be lovely in this green, this teal green wrap dress. And it'll be perfect for the season that I've got coming up. So next up, I've got the Galena Dress by Little Lizard King. Now, I was desperate to make this dress, so I did a lot of ferreting about on her website. She does look like she's using models that have been testers, and there is a lady there who is a little bit older. But I did have to dig around for this one. So I've not cheated, but I think it's important to use patterns that I'm going to definitely want to make, and there's no point me showing you a lot of patterns that I've got no intention of using, or that's not my style really. I have found some that do use older models, but it's just not my style. The Galena dress is definitely my style. I have been desperate to find some fabric to make this. This again is quite a thick double ponte, so it'd be a nice cosy dress, but it's got good recovery. So yeah, I think this will be perfect for the Galena dress. So briefly, the Galena dress, again, it's got lots and lots of options. You've got the option of putting a faux placket down the front. You've got different sleeve options, so you can go for the big bishop sleeve that she's got, or a short puff sleeve. It's a half circle skirt, so it's a little bit of a wider skirt than the wrap dress that I've shown you just now, and that goes from a 31.5-inch bust up to a 45-inch bust. There is a top option with that as well, so you can put a little peplum on the top. I liked it on many levels, and you can actually download a pattern for a child as well, so you can have a matching dress for if you've got a little girl or a granddaughter or something like that. you can have matching dresses. That again has got lots of printing options. You've got your US letter, your A4 or your A0, and I think she's got projector files for that as well if you've got a projector. So yeah, this was a new pattern company to me. I've not come across her before until I started doing the Frugal Friday videos, and she's got lots and lots of really interesting patterns on there. I think this is the only free dress pattern that she's got. So I'm going to talk about now maybe adapting patterns from a top pattern. So I brought Mandy the mannequin here. She's wearing my Mandy boat tee, and I've seen a nice variation of somebody, like, just all they've done is lengthen this into, and I'll put a picture of it, into a dress length. I haven't included this as such as one of my plans because they seem to have changed their promotional material. They did have an older lady modelling the Mandy boat tee, but they're not using that anymore. It's actually quite straight through the bodices. That probably wouldn't suit my style too much. But I thought I'd just mention it as an option for somebody else who might be looking for inspiration and thought there's nothing out there for them. The Mandy boat tee might be a good option for somebody else. Whilst we're on tops, How to Do Fashion have got the #1 Denmark top, and that is designed for woven fabrics. The first woven fabric that I've looked at. I actually featured this on one of my Frugal Friday videos as well around Christmas time, I think. I actually downloaded it and printed it, thinking it'd be a really nice little Christmas top. If you look at the promotional pictures, it says there's 5 variations, and it does look as if it actually includes a dress. You would actually have to purchase the skirt pattern separately, but you could really put any skirt pattern onto that. So I thought it might be a good opportunity to show you how to hack a pattern. I've got lots of patterns that have got sort of wide skirts on that I could just join to that. And because it's got a wide neck, you don't actually need to put a zip in it. For me, because I'm not very big busted, it would just go over my head. So yeah, it's sort of designed for woven silky fabrics, something nice and silky, like a silk or a crepe de chine or something like that. She describes it as like a t-shirt, but in a woven fabric really. So as a top it would be really nice, but also with the skirt edition, I think it would be lovely as well. I would probably go for a semicircle skirt on there if I've got enough fabric. So you've got a couple of neckline options on this. You've got normal wideish neckline, a boat neck or a cowl neck. I think I'd quite like to try a cowl neck. I've not really got many cowl necks like that. A couple of sleeve options as well. So you've got the cap sleeve, and then they've got the a frilled short sleeve. So fabric that I've got for that is some that I won. So I've not shown you this one before. This was an Instagram challenge that I was tagged into, and it was for 2 meters of this beautiful stuff, and I thought that top would be really, really nice in that. So hopefully you can see that there. Now it's not very wide, so I will be limited in the width of my skirt as to how wide I can go with that. When I entered the competition, it was actually advertised, I suppose, as silk, but I don't think it is actually. I've done a burn test and I think it's a poly, but that's fine. I've come by it for nothing. I did think it'd make a nice luxury pair of pyjamas actually, but I think it'd be ideal for that one, or even the carry top from Mood that I showed in my last Frugal Friday. That would also be a good alternative top that can be hacked into a dress. I'm sort of talking about Mood. A lot of their recent patterns now, they're not actually putting on models. They're just showing them on a dummy like this. So I'm kind of including that. I don't know if you call it a cheat, but I'm taking what I can. So either the #1 Denmark or the carry top for this fabric would be perfect. And the carry top has got that beautiful tulip sleeve. I did talk about that in my last Frugal Friday video. Little peplum bottom, and they've got lots of free skirts on the Mood website that I could actually add onto that carry top. There's no front openings on that, so it's a little bit more fitted through the bodice because you've got bust darts and you've got a back opening on there. So either of those two, I think, for this fabric, and it is absolutely beautiful, and it would make a really, really nice summer dress, I think, more than spring. I'd need a cardigan, I think. So my fifth and final choice is Alisa & Co. If you're not aware of Alisa & Co, they are a mother and daughter team, and Alice often models her own designs too. They've got a couple of patterns that are available over on the V&A website, both inspired by Mary Quant. One is the Georgie dress. I've probably not got enough fabric to do that, and I find that the frills around the V are a little bit twee for me. You can omit them. But I was looking at the little short shift dress, which is very a la Mary Quant. Yeah, it's just a fun little dress, timeless classic, I think, and lots of options on that one as well. So I do like a dress with lots of options. I know I'm not paying for it, but you feel like you're getting your money's worth. You've got a choice of different necklines. So she's got a keyhole neckline, she's got a zip neckline, and then I think you've got a plain neckline. You've got a couple of collar options, and I think there's a pussy bow collar option as well, and then you can go for sleeveless or with long sleeves on it as well. And then you've got a couple of pocket options. The original design is sort of knee length or just above knee length, but you can shorten that if that's your thing and you wear it with tights and boots, or you can lengthen it to give it a more of a 70s vibe. So you can either use a cotton for this one, or you can actually use a stable knit as well, like such as a ponte. This one would probably work that I showed you before, or how about this fun little print? I think it would be really cute in this. I've had this in my stash for years, and I got this from Minerva, who are one of our sponsors as it happens. It's probably not available now. I really need to use this up, so I think that'll be fun in that little fabric. And you can use contrast on the collars if you're going to do a collar or something like that. Or alternatively, I've got this broderie anglaise that I picked up again from Lucky Fashions. So that's down at the bottom there. So that would be nice to, wouldn't have to finish the bottom then if you use that. I thought that might be fun in that as well as a nice little spring dress. So those are my 5 little options. So I hope I've inspired you, and if you watch some of the other sewing vloggers, they've got lots of ideas as well to discover the wonderful world of free patterns, as Ruan calls it. So I will quickly go over the prizes that are available. So Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door has got Little Rosy Cheeks. This is for makers of BMM fabrics. Size Me Sewing, Laura at So Different, That Wendy Ward, the Fold Line, Lamazi Fabric, Fabworks, Minerva Winter Wear Designs, Forget Me Not Patterns, and the Becky Seamstress. And as I said before, Fabricate at Murfield, which is a fabric shop that I work for, has very generously offered 20% off printing. That is just for printing, and it is only 1 order per person, and that is from now until the end of March. So we've got lots and lots of prizes up. Some are international, some of them will be just so that we can post them out in the UK. Postage isn't great at the moment. A lot of PDF patterns that can be downloaded and print at home. So I hope that has inspired you, and next up tomorrow we'll have Claire Who Makes Things with her video and her inspiration. And I'll put a card up now of all the other sewing vloggers that we've got coming right up until the 27th of March, and we will start a playlist as well, so that if you haven't got time to watch one each day, then you can just go to that playlist and you'll be able to find them all there. That's it from me today. Hope we've provided you with some inspiration and a little bit of fun for the coming months to get your creative juices flowing, and don't forget to watch all the other videos. If this is the sort of thing that you like, don't forget to hit the subscription button, and the notification bell will tell you when I've got new videos out. Thanks for watching. I shall speak to you later. Bye.